Hi, Adrian here. I want to talk for a moment about technology and the automation of the sales process and whether or not automation will completely replace salespeople. And I think the answer to this is yes and no. And the reason I say yes and no is, first of all, the technologies that are coming online are very powerful, very intelligent. We see a lot of big data coming online, the ability to go into CRM and analyze the data and make certain conclusions about which customers are likely to buy what products and formulate offers to them that are going to be very appealing and very relevant, very timely. And I think as these technologies become more and more sophisticated, then yeah, there's a certain level of sales that is going to be automated, and it's going to be leaning more towards buyer activity and less towards selling, and just making sure that the vendor's offers are available in a timely manner. So that's true. Now, on the other end, there's a type of buying that the buyer doesn't really understand the challenges that they have. I think, the more the buyer understands what it is they're facing, the more the buyer can go out and say, okay, this is what I'm looking for. I want it this tall, I want it this color, and I want it this fast. And what's your price? But more and more buyers are realizing that they face a level of complexity today that they can't put their finger on. And they actually need a partner to help them define what is it that we're looking at here. What do I really understand my problem, or is it bigger, or is it more nuanced than I initially believe that it is? And I'm looking for a partner that will help me navigate and define the problem. And then once I've defined the problem, that will collaborate with me to co-create a solution. And this type of work cannot be automated. It can't, because it's really work that is poorly defined, and it requires an intelligent human being that not only can do good analysis, but has the ability to synthesize information in ways that have never been synthesized before, and also has the ability to engage other human beings. It's one thing to have a solution, but if you turn everybody off, you're not going to be a very successful salesperson. But if you can understand what the solution is, and then be sensitive to politics and change management and all of that, this cannot be automated. And so I think organizations need to understand that there is a funnel with respect to how we learn about our processes and how we engage in the sales process. And this comes from Roger Martin's work, where he coined the phrase the knowledge funnel, that shows that knowledge comes into our organizations through 3 levels. Level 1 he called mystery. And it's where we really don't understand. We have more questions than answers, but at least we have questions. We realize that there's something that we don't understand. As we ask these questions and spend time in this area, we begin to figure things out. And that moves it down to the next level, which he called heuristics, or rules of thumb, where we can't automate it. We still need an expert. But when we have an expert doing this type of work, they can recognize patterns. And when they see a pattern, they can be very adept in addressing the challenge. Ultimately, as we work with these rules of thumb over and over and over again into various situations and broad experiences, we've more or less seen everything. And we've covered all the exceptions. And when we get to that level, Roger Martin says we now move to what he calls algorithm, where this knowledge is now so comprehensive that we can apply algorithms to it. If this, then this. If this, then that. And we can structure the process in a very rigorous way, in a very detailed way, and that lends itself to automation. So, there are sales processes that we know so well that we absolutely can automate them. There are some sales processes that are at the heuristic level. We still need experts. We know it pretty well, and we can provide tools like CRM, and we just have to give those tools to experts, and they can move pretty adeptly and figure out what needs to be done. But then there's this other level, and this higher level of mystery really is where the money is for salespeople, and it's to boldly go where no one has gone before, to help customers really face new challenges head on, to partner with them, to partner with others, to create an ecosystem, and to bring those solutions to customers in ways that they have never imagined. This type of work is high value, solving complex challenges with innovative solutions. And that's where the heavy lifting is. And that's where the money is. And that will never be automated. And so I think salespeople have to decide, where am I going to play? Am I going to play where I can be replaced by automation? Or am I going to play in this area of co-creation and bring my best game to my customers? And I would encourage salespeople to choose the latter.